All Things Black with Garland and Calvin present Fanboys. Fanboys is a weekly breakdown of the sports world from a fan's perspective. Now, here are your hosts, Garland and Calvin.
Yeah. All Things Black presents Fanboys. I'm Calvin. Day. This is my guy Garland, and yes, happy Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving holiday to everybody. We are here real quick. This is just for the Pigskin Pick'ems. You know, we want to be off. It's the holiday, so we're not going to really talk much sports. I mean, it's a little bit going on, like my Lakers going undefeated in the little mid-season tournament, and you know they're getting the number one seed. But we're not going to talk about that. We're here to go over the Pigskin Pick'ems. I don't know why you keep invalidating my Lakers stuff. Anyway, what's going on, Garland?
That's just as valid as the bubble championship.
You're such a hater, yo. We got LeBron on a walker, averaging about 20-something points a game. Come on, man. Ain't nobody doing it like that.
Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody care about that mess. It's a money grab.
You're such a hater, man. You're such a hater.
Care about that mess.
Listen, they might lose other games, but they win on Tuesdays and Fridays. They are 4-0,
right?
In the little, and
they show that record. They show that record too. Like on Tuesday and Fridays, they undefeated, but the rest of the week, they're terrible.
You can make the stats say anything you wanted to say. What I tell you yesterday, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the Lakers in the tournament when LeBron are undefeated.
LeBron McScrooge, you know he'll make a dollar holler. He'll squeeze a penny, boy. He'll assault a penny. That's LeBron McScrooge.
Hey man, we here for the Pigskin Pick'ems. First of all, I'm gonna ask you how you doing. Then I'm gonna let you tell the people how we ended up last week. Then I'm gonna let you tell the people how I'm still in the league, and you talked all that trash.
I'm good today, y'all. Just looking forward to some family, some time off, some fellowship, some hanging out, you know, just not having anything to do. And that's great.
And we are live on YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, this happened to pop up at the last minute. We're live on YouTube. But other than that, you'll get it on all the podcast platforms a little later today.
I will let you know that Calvin has increased his lead from last week. Last week, he was up by 3. This week he is up by 4, and so he is leading 71 to 67. Had a good week last week, 11 picks. Correct. I had 10 picks. We both were right on the Ravens. We split on the Browns. He took the Browns in an upset, and they did come through.
I tried to
tell me we both took the Lions. My upset special did come through. The Packers, they beat the Chargers. We both took the Dolphins.
Yes.
We missed on the Commanders. They lost to the Giants. We both picked Cowboys, Jags, Texans, Niners, Bills. We both washed on the Seattle Rams game. That came down to a field goal. But Calvin, he had the pick of the night too. The Sunday night game, he took the Broncos over the Vikings. I got on the bald head train. I got on the no eyebrow train, and it let me down. Josh Dobbs let me down. I'm glad I didn't shave my eyebrows because I jumped on the train. After the last week, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe this is something. And I went ahead and got on that train, and Russ Wilson did something else.
Russ is cooking.
Yeah, Russ. They just won.
I was a little scared of that game because Russ had to come back in the last seconds and throw that touchdown. And all I did when he scored the touchdown at the back of the end zone, I think it was Cortland Sutton, I just yelled, Garland.
That's a shame. That's a shame. And the Eagles, they beat the Chiefs on a Monday night. Very good game. And it's one of the highest rated, if not the highest rated Monday night game in Monday night history and all. So good game. Good turnaround. And so let's go ahead and jump into it because some people need to get back to doing what they're doing. And I need to get back to doing what I'm doing too. And so let's do it. So the Thursday games tomorrow, annual Turkey Day games, and so the Lions always playing on that day. This year they're hosting the Packers, and so who you got, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Detroit in this. Although the Jordan Loves are looking better. They won again. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Lions on this one.
Yeah, they look better, but that means that the Chargers are just terrible. There's no way
The
they do
Chargers
that
are
game.
so bad.
Yeah, they dropped a couple touchdowns. The defense ain't all that good, and now Joey Bosa. Yeah, that's the Bosa that's on that team.
Nick is on
Yeah,
the
yeah, and
Niners.
Nick is on the Niners. So yeah, Joey Bosa, he's going on the IR. Hey, what a surprise! He's been on IR just about every year that he's played. He spent some time. I don't think he's ever played a full 16 games for. It's 17 games now. I don't think he's ever played a full 17 games. But yeah, so Bosa, and that's good for the Ravens because one
Mm-hmm.
less pass rusher to worry about. All we have to worry about now is Khalil Mack, and so we'll see what happens on Sunday. So let's go to the second game. The Commanders are down in Dallas to play the Cowboys. Who you got?
Yeah,
Oh, and I'm taking the Lions as well. Mm-hmm.
these are always good games. And we know just in the division games are always good. The Commanders usually play the Cowboys well, but they are going to Dallas this time, and the Commanders just came off of a loss to the Giants, and they look pretty bad. Give me Dallas. Dallas is on the roll anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Commanders, they're just a bad team, and it's not the offense. I mean, Sam Howell, he's leading the league in passing yards. They're putting up points, but the defense is kind of hollow, and I don't think Riverboat Ron will be back after the season. But hopefully, maybe they
Absolutely
bring
not.
back Eric Bieniemy because I don't really think the issue is offense. But sometimes when they make a change, they wash everybody out.
Howell is also leading the league in sacks, though. His offensive line is not doing him any justice.
Right, right. All right. And the night game on tomorrow is the Niners and the Seahawks. They're in
Yeah,
Seattle. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and give me the Niners. I'm taking the Purdy's. Purdy is back because he got his full complement of weapons. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Niners.
Yeah, yeah, they look real good on Sunday. Yeah, they played on Sunday. They look real
Mm-hmm.
good, and yeah, people were just wide open, and so yeah, they're back where they should be. That Bucks team, they tried, but they just couldn't stick with them, and the Niners defense is getting healthy, and so yeah, yeah, Niners. All right, let's go. There's a Black Friday game. As a matter of fact, this is the first Black Friday game in NFL history. They figure, hey, let's go get some more money. And so this game is going to be on Amazon Prime for free. So all of you that have the jailbroke Fire Stick, you should be okay. You don't have to go to your special app to get the game. You just go ahead and I ain't telling on nobody. I ain't, But anyway, those people that do.
I
And
have
so,
Amazon Prime, by the way. Deductive reasoning, we know who would be jailbreaking their Fire Stick. So just saying.
what? I know that. I know nothing about no jailbroke fire sticks. So the Dolphins, they go up to the Meadowlands to play the Jets. Who you got?
Yeah, man. I think this might be a closer game than we expect, but the Jets are not starting Zach Wilson. They're starting somebody from the stands that was sitting in section 108 last week. I don't think the Dolphins will be able to do the high flying act too much, but I got the Dolphins winning. The run game is going to be what does the Jets in.
Yes,
and their own quarterback.
Yes, the Dolphins, they always achieve against bad teams. This will be a good game. Tyreek will probably have another big game. Definitely Dolphins all the way. I don't know why
I'm
it took so
surprised they
long.
didn't. I'm surprised they didn't start two teams with two black quarterbacks, seeing as though it's Black Friday. But boom, I'll be here all weekend. I'll be here all weekend.
All right, all right. But I don't know why it took them so long to bench Wilson. I mean, he's been horrible since maybe the second or third game of the season. I don't know why. If they really, if they would have benched him earlier, or if they would have went out and really got another quarterback with this defense, it's possibly that they could have piecemealed their way into playoff contention. But they're definitely going the opposite way instead of going the way that they want to go. So we'll see what happens on that on a Black Friday game. And so on Sunday, we got a nice little slate of games, starting with the Saints visiting Atlanta to play the Falcons.
Yeah, I think Atlanta is going back to what's his face coming from the bye. They're going back to their second year. Ritter. They're going back to Ritter coming back. I'm gonna take the Saints. I don't trust Atlanta at all. This is one of their rivalry games, so these two teams hate each other. The cities hate each other. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Saints. The Saints have, even though the Falcons do have a pretty decent secondary, I'm gonna take the Saints with their pretty good offense, and they got Alvin Kamara. And
is Carr back or is Jameis still?
So Carr has come back. But I can't remember if he was still injury designation. I think they were saying he's going to be able to come back after the bye. If they got Jameis Winston, Jameis Winston throws that bomb. I mean, he's good for an interception or two, but he's good for 40, 50-yard touchdown also.
Right. This is going to be my upset special. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Falcons on this one. And so I think, them being at home, it is a rivalry game. Ritter coming back. Is Jameis is starting. I mean, I just think the Saints have really underperformed the last several games, and offensively, they really haven't done anything. The defense is cool, but you can score in them. And, I think maybe Bijan Robinson has a big game. And so
they got to give him the ball, though.
They got to give him the ball. They got to give him the ball. And so that's my upset special. I'll go with the Falcons.
Okay.
All right. Steelers. They just fired their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada. They go to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. I was just having a little brain freeze. Burrow, he's out for the season. Joe Burrow's out for the season with a ligament damage in his wrist. And so they're starting Browning for that game. He played okay, fairly decent against the Ravens, just coming in and all. He really he shocked me with his mobility, able to get around the rush a couple times.
Absolutely.
So what are you thinking about this game? Steelers, they kind of up in flux. The players about to have a mutiny against Matt Canada. So Tomlin had to go ahead and make that move.
Yeah, I'm going to go another. I don't know if it's an upset. I don't know who's favored, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Bengals. I think the Steelers' luck has finally run out. I think that they're going to have to actually earn their wins now. I think the Bengals have just enough to beat them. No matter how you put it, if you can take out the offensive coordinator, Kenny Pickett is just not a great quarterback. And I think the Bengals have enough to stop that. And I got the Bengals winning.
I would agree with that pick, and I'm going to choose the Bengals as well. I think they have enough. I mean, you still have Jamar Chase. You still have.
Is T. Higgins coming back?
I don't know. It hasn't been determined. That might be a game time decision because of the hammy. But you still have enough there with Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, and Mixon to do something offensively. It's not like you're totally broke. And I just trust them a little bit more offensively than I do the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers' problem was the coordinator, although he wasn't all that great. Kenny Pickett is not that great, and I really don't think they have great weapons. I mean, yeah, Deontay Johnson, he's good sometimes, and Pickens is good sometimes, but this was not a offensive juggernaut that will blow you away. So,
which is crazy because they're both really, really good. Like two of the best route runners and hands in the NFL. They just don't have the quarterback that can get them the ball.
Definitely. All right. The Panthers, they're in Tennessee to play the Titans.
Yeah, so this is the battle of the sellers. It's difficult. I like Will Levis over the Carolina Panthers. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Titans on this week.
I'm gonna take the Titans as well. I'm sure the Bears are rooting for the Panthers to lose because they own the Panthers' number one pick, and so the Panthers, they're just playing out the script. They just don't have anything there. The Bucks, they visit Indianapolis to play the Colts with the owner who says that he is being prejudiced against because he's a white billionaire. Can't make this up, man.
These white men want to be oppressed.
Privilege is too much. It's too much privilege.
They want
It's
to be
too much.
oppressed so bad.
It's too much privilege. He's
just,
being discriminated against because he's a white billionaire.
Because I'm sure he's getting denied to go into restaurants. He may have to go into the back door at some places.
He's getting denied mortgages. He's getting denied due process. His voting rights are being constantly attacked.
When we were on the West Coast for our honeymoon, I'm sorry, our anniversary, I think I saw a couple signs over top of water fountains that said billionaires only. Like they couldn't drink at the normal public water fountain. They had to go to the billionaires only water fountain.
Right.
So because he's oppressed, I'm going to keep my foot on his neck, and I'm taking the Bucks over the Colts.
If our boy was not quarterbacking, I was going to say Johnny Manziel, but he's not quarterbacking the Bucks. If our boy was not quarterbacking the Bucks, the current starting quarterback, I would probably take the Bucks. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts on this one, despite Irsay. Even though his father was
you talking about Baker
Mayfield. Even though his father was an insufferable dick. And Robert Irsay Sr., the son is closely following in his footsteps. He's just not a raging alcoholic like his father was.
Well, he's a junkie.
He's a junkie. He's a junkie. He's just not a raging alcoholic like his father. Yeah, the guy ruined my childhood. So anyway, all right, the Patriots, who don't know who's playing at quarterback on Sunday. Belichick has not announced a starting quarterback. We know Mac Jones was benched halfway through that game.
Again.
The other week, and he was even benched last week, but it was a bye, and so he even got benched during the bye. They pulled him out and benched him during the bye, but they are in the Meadowlands to play the Giants.
Gosh, I don't know if Danny DeVito can keep it going again against Bill Belichick. So Saquon is good though. Jeez. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the Patriots.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take the Giants. I'm sorry. Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman's gonna be at the game. They say, all the old cast of Taxi will be at the game, and is it always sunny in Philadelphia?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the cast for Always Sunny in Philadelphia is going to be there as well to support Danny DeVito.
Is Locke going to be there? Oh no, Andy Kaufman died some time ago, years and years ago.
Locke better not be there.
Locke is
but
not.
Then again, you never know. It might be the guy that was imitating him in the movie. His best friend. Remember the guy with? He might show up. All right, the Jags. They are fresh off a good win. They are over the. They're fresh off a good win over the Titans.
A big win.
Big win. Nice big win. A AFC South matchup for first place. You got the Jags. They're playing the Texans in Houston.
Yeah, so this is going to be a battle. Like you got the Texans fans thinking that the Texans are the team, and this could go a long way to them.
This should have been the Friday night. This should have been the Black Friday game.
This is definitely should be a really good game. I got the Jags winning. I like the Texans, but I got the Jags winning this one. I think the Jags do another playoff run this year.
Okay. I like the Texans. The Jags, I did have them in my top 5 at one point a couple of weeks ago. They definitely dipped out after that 49ers debacle. I mean, they didn't even show up. They were a bad team last week.
Worse than the college ranking guys. I don't even call them BCS anymore. Whatever they called now, worse than them. They lost to the Niners, a perennial Super Bowl champion, and you going bang them for that?
Yes, that was their coming out game at home off of a several game winning streak.
You're not
You're
giving
supposed
the
to take
Niners
that.
enough credit. They were
I
not
am
going to
giving
beat
the
the
Niners,
49ers.
and they didn't show up at all. And last week they beat a bad Titans team, and
And they
I think the
demolished them like
Texans.
they should. They did what they were supposed to do. They didn't
They
just barely win that game.
they were supposed to show up against the Niners as well, and they didn't even show up for that game. And Texans are playing well at home. Stroud is
They
playing
are.
well,
They are.
and they won a tough game. They really could have lost that game last week. The little man played very well, and it was up for grabs, but the defense showed up, and I'm taking them at home. All right, so let's keep
Okay.
on going. The Browns, who had a big win last week against the Steelers. They are in second place in the AFC North. They go to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Browns winning. Denver's magic is running out. Sierra ain't going to help them this time. I got the Browns winning.
Yeah, Browns defense is just too good, and that's why they won last week. It really didn't have anything to do with Dorian Thompson. It more had to do with the guy who's probably going to win the defensive MVP. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
That's Miles Garrett. And so yeah, I'm taking the Browns as well. The Rams, they go to Arizona to face Lil Man and the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Rams showed us something last week against Seattle. Now I think they're going to be without Cooper Kupp. They said it's a low-grade ankle sprain, but I think they're going to be without him. But Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell, they've been doing well. They got Darrell Henderson back. I'm going to take the Rams in this game.
Okay. I'm going to take the Rams as well. They don't do well with Aaron Donald. He knows how to tackle Lil Man, and Lil Man has been playing quite well since he's been back. I forgot how elusive he was in that cannon arm he has. I mean, that little body and those little legs that's running all around the field and stuff.
Yeah, you sound like you watching him in the preschool class, watching him in the daycare.
Like I'm watching my little kid, like
watching the daycare feed and be like, "Oh, look at my son!
Look at him run, going down the slide. Oh, he's sharing." Yeah, so little man, he's playing well. You know, he's showing those next teams that he's, what they would get if they sign him, because if the Cardinals get the number 1 pick, they're going to get take Caleb Williams.
Anyway, which I still don't agree with.
That's what you don't agree with. Duly noted. The Chiefs, who lost on Monday night, their offense is kind of stagnant. They go to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. They had a tough game last week. They played the Dolphins pretty well, but the old boy showed up. The cornerback, he definitely came through with some. Yeah, Jalen.
Oh, not Jalen. Not Jalen. I know he's talking about. I forgot his name.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But anyway, who are you taking?
So, Pierce got these boys playing. That defense showed up, and they could have beaten and probably should have beaten the Dolphins. I'm going with the upset. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders over the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City, now maybe MVS and I forgot the other dude's name. Maybe they're going to put some stickum on their hands, but we know about them dropsies. We've seen it firsthand with our receivers. So that'll kill your confidence. That won't just kill your team. It'll kill your confidence. It'll also kill the confidence of Mahomes to throw the ball to you. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I got the Chiefs losing 2 in a row.
Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. In the lead. This might be my week. This might be my week to come back. Okay.
You say that every week.
I know, but this really might be the week. And so no way
I can see it.
No way I can see it. Lose 2 in a row. No way the Chiefs lose 2 in a row. And I say it because Andy Reid is still there. Pat Mahomes is still there. Travis Kelce is still there. Chris Jones still plays defense for them. And so, it's no way that they lose 2 weeks ago. And it was Jalen Ramsey. You were right, Jalen. Jalen Ramsey had the 2 interceptions last week against the Raiders. Right. But yeah, remember last year when the Raiders played the Chiefs and the Chiefs was doing the snow globe where they ran around in a circle 2 times and then went out and promptly scored a touchdown. They were playing with them. They doing. We didn't even do that in the back alley on Garrison Avenue. They're doing stuff that they see on YouTube, just making up stuff. And they'll get. Trust me, all the receivers, Chiefs receivers this week, they've been on the jugs machine. They've been catching.
Okay.
They're gonna be all right.
All
And
right.
all he has to do is throw it to Kelsey.
All
Stop
right.
playing games. All he has to
Kelsey
do.
Kelsey dropped the ball last week against the Eagles down in the red zone.
All he has
Wasn't
to,
even just the red zone; it was the red hot zone. Like
he
yeah,
fumbled. Yes, I know. That's all. All he has to
fumbled.
do
I'm
is.
just saying.
All right, I'm telling you.
Antonio Pierce got these boys playing above their pay grade. I'm just saying.
All he has to do is throw it to Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
And this boy, what's his name? O'Connell, whatever his name is, quarterbacking for the Raiders. He's starting to hit Devontae. I'm telling you, he's starting to hit Devontae Adams. Just call him Devontae Swing. Starting to hit Jodeci. Who yet?
Ain't difficult. That was just like when Lamar used to just throw it up like Mark Andrews is down there somewhere. That's all you gotta do for it.
You think it ain't difficult, but Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't do it. Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't hit him. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Alex O'Connell, that's his name. O'Connell.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. The Bills, they traveled to Philly to play the Eagles.
Yeah, the Bills actually need this win more than Philly does. But yeah, it's always a loss in Philadelphia. I'm gonna take the Eagles. Yeah.
All right. And then the Sunday night game, our hometown Baltimore Ravens, they traveled to LA to play the Chargers, who are coming off of a loss out in Green Bay. Ravens, they were able to redeem themselves after a 3-game homestand. They went 2-1. Big division win over the defending division champs, Bengals. They had a mini bye, so they played on Thursday. They did not play this past Sunday. Nice little mini bye going into this game. And then after this game, they have their regular bye. And so they're basically playing one game over the next span of 2 weeks. And so it's pretty good time for the Ravens to rest up, to heal, although they lost Mark Andrews. Harbaugh adjusted what he said. He said he was gone for the season, but it looks like it's a possibility that he may not be gone for the entire season if they make a playoff run or if they get to the playoffs period. Maybe he makes a return. And so that means Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kohler has to step up. Defense is playing lights out. Their national TV record is impeccable. Who are you picking?
I want to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. What I will say is, what concerns me is the Ravens' run defense hasn't been as good, and Austin Eckler is a premier runner. I don't know if the Ravens traveled over there already or if they're waiting until after Thanksgiving, and which could throw them off a little bit. I'd hope they traveled right away. I know it's your family, but spend Thanksgiving in Los Angeles. I don't know. But they do have Brandon Staley on the other end, who just got smart with the media. So he's feeling the heat and feeling the pressure. I'm going to take the Ravens. The Ravens should win this game handily. All they have to do really is lock down Keenan Allen because they don't have Mike Williams. They just have to lock down Keenan Allen and contain Austin Eckler. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Ravens. Scares me, but I'm gonna take the Ravens. It's one of them weeks, but I'm gonna take the Ravens. It would be great for them to win this game and get that full bye week. I mean, it would just put them in such a great headspace, and just health-wise and everything, mentally and everything, going into this last long run, which they would start off against the Rams at home, who they should beat.
All right, I agree with you in some aspects of, this is not a pushover game. I don't believe in pushover games in the NFL. These are professional players. You're playing at the top level. You can be beat on any given Sunday. And so I'm not looking at this as the T game, okay? Because the Ravens, they always tend to play up to competition. I think their record kind of does not really adequately denote the type of weapons they have on that team. I'm talking about the Chargers. You got a top 10 quarterback in Herbert. I I was just looking at the stats. Khalil Mack, he's fourth in sacks in the league this year. He is a presence. We do struggle sometimes with protection of these very active pass rushers. We had a tough time with Garrett. We always have a tough time with Watt. And so, and both of those in the top five as well. And so, yeah, offensive line is going to have to play well. Those tackles are going to have to play well. And like you said, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is in the top five in terms of receiving yards. He has over 1,000 yards already in receiving. That's one place where the Ravens have played well, is in the defensive backfield. Stevens has played well. Hopefully Marlowe is back for this game. And so, yeah, they have their work cut out for them because although they have Eckler, they just throw the ball entirely a lot. That's really their offense, is just throwing the ball. They really rely on Herbert a lot. And so that's the part that I think, the Ravens are really going to have to, that pass rush is going to have to be jacked up and it's going to have to be ready to go. Of course, I'm taking the Ravens. I don't think it's going to, I would take the Ravens minus whatever the points are. I think all of the Chargers losses have come down to 3 points. They've been in every game. So this is not going to be a blowout game. It's going to be a close game. And I would take the Ravens minus the points. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick the Monday night. We got the Bears, who had a heartbreaking loss on Sunday to the Lions. Justin Fields did play well in his return. They visit Minnesota to play the eyebrowless Vikings. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Bears. The Bears should have actually beat the Lions last week. Now, you do know that this week starts next week, Monday night starts the flex. They're flexing Monday night games now. Okay. So this may not be the actual Monday night game. I don't know how they would do that in the holiday week. If they would flex any game, it'd probably be the Baltimore game, but that's already prime time, so they can't do that. But yeah, this is the beginning of the flex on Monday night, so they can flex any of these games out.
Can flex out of the Sunday night games.
Yeah, I'm almost certain they
on
can.
The Sunday night, they have to stay on Sunday night, but the other games are flexible. So,
but
so you going with?
I'm gonna take the Bears. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears on this one. They should, like I said, they should have beat Detroit. They had a defensive collapse against Detroit last week. They were just like the Ravens. They were up like 11 going into the fourth quarter, and they just collapsed. It was just awful.
I know I got bushy eyebrows, although my barber, he does trim them up. I be looking like Albie Shore sometimes. But I'm going to go with the eyebrowless Vikings again. I'm still on the Josh Dobbs train. I think the Vikings at home. Justin Fields. Their defense too. The Browns. The Bears defense is kind of porous, and so
Charlie Villanueva really appreciates you.
I'm with the Minnesota Alopecias. That's who I'm with. The Minnesota Alopecias. That's what.
Oh, goodness gracious!
So let's review our picks. We both take the Lions over the Packers. We both take the Cowboys over the Commanders, and we're taking the Niners over the Seahawks. For the Friday night game, the Friday afternoon game, we're both taking the Dolphins over the Jets. Okay, then the Sunday games, we split on the Saints-Falcons. You're taking Saints, I'm taking Falcons. We both take Bengals over Steelers, Titans over the Panthers. We split on Bucks-Colts. You're taking the Bucks, I'm taking the Colts. We split on Patriots-Giants. You're taking the Pats, I'm taking the G-Men. We split on Jags-Texans. You're taking the Jags, I'm taking the Texans. We both take the Browns over the Broncos, Rams over Cardinals. We split on Chiefs Raiders. You're taking the Raiders. I'm taking the Chiefs. We both take Eagles at home over the Bills. We're both taking the Ravens, the home team, on the road on the Sunday night game over the Chargers. And we split on the Monday night game. You're taking the Bears. I'm taking the Vikings.
I can't believe you going with Josh Dobbs.
Yes, hey man, I'm going with Josh Dobbs again. He gonna come through this time.
Well, yeah, that is all. That is why we were here, just to do the picks for you and to let you know that I'm still in the lead. But what is it? Four, five? How many? Four games. Oh yeah, 4, 5, 7, 9. It's all the same. I'm demolishing you, basically. That's what you say. So we hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Don't forget, we will be back next weekend with our sports podcast. And coming up, we're going to be doing the TV review of Raising Kanan, because that's going to start on December the 1st. So shortly after the first episode, we will be doing our review. And there may be another announcement about a couple certain Capricorns having a little gathering. So y'all stay tuned for that, and we will discuss that later. Other than that, you got anything you want to say to the people, Garland?
Be safe. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Just take some time, reflect, and relax, and get some time to yourself this weekend. And all. Don't let it be a waste.
Absolutely, absolutely. Be thankful for everything. You ain't got to praise the pilgrims, but make sure you praise your family.
You have been listening to Fanboys. Exactly. All Things Black with Garland and Calvin production. Thank you for listening. I'm coming back. Make sure to rate and review this episode on all of your podcast platforms.
No, you're not. Later, Garland.